Hello Naruto fans, today I'll be giving you a quick flip through and also my thoughts on the Naruto official fan book by the author of Naruto himself, Kishimoto. This is actually one of the very few collectible reference books that was translated into English that was originally written by the author himself, the other one being the official character data book, which I had already done another review video on. If you're interested in that, make sure you check it out. Page sizes are the same for both of them, so they'll look together as a set on your shelf. The official character data book is just a little bit fatter than this official fan book. So let's first talk about the cover art. So there are some elements here that has some glossy embossing to it. Basically the title in English and Japanese both on the front cover and on the spine. And then here's a quick look at the back cover. It's just a description of how this book came about. It's a compilation of some of the input from fans both in America and also in Japan. And then here on the bottom it shows the retail price for this book. It's $16.99, but this is actually because of the latest printing is this price. And actually I have the very first printing of this book, and you can see here the retail price was actually $14.99. And as far as I can tell, they have pretty much identical content. My guess is that the later printings may have some corrections that the first printing may have errors on. I actually ended up picking two copies because the first one I had was the first printing, and then it actually was missing the original poster that was supposed to come with it in the first page. And that's why I picked up another one, and that one happened to be the latest edition. So just a fun fact there, I'm pretty sure you'll still buy it at whatever price you can find it. As usual, I'll put the product link of where you can buy it on Amazon, usually the cheapest price available, in the description as usual. But anyways, let's go ahead and open this up, revealing the poster that I had mentioned before. On one side, you have the original concept art of Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke, and all I have to say is I'm glad that Kishimoto went with his current design choice. On the other side of this non-detachable poster is a map of the Leaf Village. You can see the 4 Hokage statues, and there are a couple somewhat noticeable building structures that you can make out in this map. Moving on, the next few pages are actually the table of contents, and just like the character data book, unfortunately, it's not super well organized. This book in particular has a lot of tidbits of everything. Because of that, I'll go ahead and let you pause this video if you really want to read through what is included in this book. And once again, scattered throughout the whole book are artworks sent in by fans. And there are also some small puzzles that you can go through. So this is pretty suitable for all ages. So flipping through, the first section is on the 5 great nations and also the Shinobi villages in those nations. It just gives you kind of the fundamental background. How the villages were formed and all that. Of course, there's a heavier focus on the Leaf Village, so there's a more detailed map of the Leaf Village there, and also Naruto's room too, so stuff that you can't find in the anime. And for each of the main sections, there's additional pages on the fan art that was submitted, and then there's also, again, those puzzles that you can work through with answers in the back. The next section is on the analysis of the Leaf Ninjas, so just kind of like their gear and some of the items that they use, like summoning scrolls, the kind of village structure with the Hokage and its advisors. Of course, a lot of the elements of the Leaf Ninjas are also used by other villages, but since this is really just focusing on the Leaf Ninjas, that's what it's going to be discussing. Once again, the section ends with more fan artwork and also another puzzle, and then we move on to the next section, which is ninja files. So it's really only some information on the main characters of Naruto, which is basically just Team Kakashi plus Iruka Sensei. But the interesting design in this section is that actually you can see it as if they were folder tabs. On the right side are the files that you have opened already, and on the left side is files to be opened. At the end of the section, not only are there more fan art, but there's also some pretty interesting what-if matchups and other fan-based questions. Next, we have top secret Shinobi missions, and these aren't really secret if you actually read through the manga and of course watch the anime. You already know pretty much all of these missions that they're talking about, but it just kind of goes into detail and provides some more background information on the missions that you already have seen or read. And then of course at the end, once again, you have more fan related stuff, questionnaires about what could possibly happen in the rest of the Naruto series. Of course, this book was written before Shippuden was made, so keep that in mind. Next section is the Ninja Academy. So this is kind of a pretty funny section on what you can expect if you were to be a ninja enrolled in the Ninja Academy, the curriculum structure, and also an insight on what grades the main 3 characters in Naruto had gotten. This is the real final section of the actual information on the Naruto series, and now you get to a full-on section on the writer of Naruto himself, Masashi Kishimoto. He compiled some of the most frequently asked questions by his fans, things like what kind of ninja would he be like if he were one, and what was his work schedule like, and it was pretty interesting to see how much his dedication in his life schedule he was in creating Naruto. This final part is actually the first Naruto story Kishimoto wrote, and this is the kind of the foundation of how the Naruto series began, something that I was very glad that they decided to include for the fans. And then the last few pages of this book is basically just the answer key to the various puzzles scattered throughout this book. A thank you message from Kishimoto himself, of course, to keep following the Naruto series. And last page of this book just shows you other printings available, and not to mention which printing you have. So that's the Naruto official fan book that's out there in English. This was written before the full Shippuden series was out, so that's kind of the context of what this book was founded upon. Even though it doesn't cover the entire Naruto and Naruto Shippuden series, it provides a lot of insight and additional information that you really can't find anywhere else, even if you follow the manga, follow the anime. From owning both the official character data book and also this official fan book, I have to say the fan book offers a lot more outsized material compared to the official data book that you cannot find in the anime or the manga, which makes it a little bit more of an intriguing read in my opinion, and also because of the included puzzles that's in there and the various different fan art that was submitted from both the US and Japan, it makes it a really nice item to have for both kids and adults. My main critique with this book, just like for the official character data book, is the lack of organization. I would have liked to seen all the fan art grouped together and a couple of other topics grouped together a little bit better. I know there's a lot of loose topics here and there, but I still think that they could have organized this a little bit better. But any of the cons doesn't detract you from the fact that this is written by the author of Naruto himself. So if you're interested, as usual, I have the product link in the description so you can check it out for yourself.